Alright. What's up, guys? This is the King of K-Pop, aka Kyle here. This is a quick rant video I'm going to do. I may have to do it in 2 parts, so I won't make this video too long. But this is a rant video on Hwayoung's departure from T-Ara the other day, caused by CCM, the CEO of Core Context Media, Kim Kwangsoo. Now, I want to clarify this. This is not a rant video towards Hwayoung or T-Ara. I still love and will support both. However, T-Ara are already receiving a lot of heat from fans, and even though I believe that they can recover from this, and once they do, I still think once they recover from this, I don't think people will ever see T-Ara in the same limelight again. Even though they still have their loyal fan base and people still follow them, and I'll still follow them as well, and support them, but I think people might not see them in the same limelight again. Kind of how like 2 PM and J Park situation. So this is a rant video geared specifically towards Kim Kwangsoo, CEO of Core Contacts and Media. Now, he made a statement yesterday releasing Hwayoung. Now, Hwayoung was my second favorite bias in T-Ara, tied with Jiyoung, first one being Eunjung. I absolutely love Hwayoung. I thought she was a good rapper, and you know, he goes in and he releases her by saying, if you go on OKPop, All K-Pop, or K-Pop Express, they give you the translation of the entire meeting and interview announcement. And he goes on this long, tangible, kind of like explanation or rant almost, explaining how the lifestyle of staff members is very hard, and how they get paid to little to no money, and how they all sleep within cramped spaces. 3 to 7 of them live and sleep within cramped spaces, and how they all came to him crying and complaining about Hwayoung and other situations, blah blah blah, and how he feels like their feelings are just as important as the artist's feelings, and that they're the ones that help make the artists what they are. Okay, not saying or discrediting staff members who put the makeup and hairstyles and the costumes stuff for the artists. Not saying that they don't play a major role into presenting an appealing world star idol. However, he says that he stayed up till 1 a.m. in the morning and talked with 17 staff members, and that due to their complaints was as the reason as to why he disbanded Hwayoung from T-Ara. To me, that's absolute complete BS and a bullcrap lame excuse to get rid of Hwayoung out of the group T-Ara. You know what's about the tweets, the whole tweets between T-Ara and Hwayoung for the past few days. You know that was the main reason why. He said it had nothing to do with that, but come on now. That whole Twitter thing controversy was going on for days, and then for you to automatically, in one day, say that the reason why you got rid of Hwayoung out of the group was because of complaints from staff members? Are you serious? One situation, one scrutiny that's been going on for days, you come up with this out of the blue, far left of the field idea that the reason why you're letting go of Hwayoung is because of staff members' complaints. I'm sorry. If that's complete utter bullcrap, and if there is any truth to that statement, not saying that staff members you should treat them like dirt or anything because they get paid, less money compared to a lot of other people. But if staff members get paid, if the expense of staff members isn't as much as you say it is, then if they're threatening to quit or leave, let them quit, let them leave, hire some new staff members aboard. Because at the end of the day, T-Ara are your flagship money-making machine for your company. They're the only successful group in that company right now. They're the ones that's raking in the money. And you mean to tell me that you have low-paid staff members, due to their complaints and them threatening to leave, they have that much say as to you forcing your decision into eliminating Hwayoung out of the group T-Ara. That's complete BS. It makes no sense whatsoever. Like I said, if it's not much of an expense for staff members and they threaten to quit, fire them, let them leave, hire some new staff members, because like you said yourself, they don't get paid that much anyway. So, he goes in on and says all this other BS bullcrap. Then on top of that, Hwayoung immediately followed on Twitter saying that facts without truth on Twitter. Now, he, a couple hours later, rebuttals that by revealing the dark side of Hwayoung, saying that Hwayoung, during an episode of Music Bank when she broke her leg, they were on to perform. They were about to get ready to perform with two artists before them. And you may have been saying that Hwayoung was going to just sit on a chair on stage to do a rapping portion, but before they even came out, or before they were due to perform, she did the rehearsal. She did the rehearsal for it. But when it came to perform, when they had two artists ahead of them, she bowed out and said she won't do it. She's not going to do it. And Eunjung and Hwamin had to fill in for her rapping portion at the last minute, and it added extra pressure to the group and everything else, and that's the reason why Hwamin messed up on the rapping portion of Music Bank. And then said after they left Music Bank and they successfully did their performance on stage, on their way home, Hwayoung threw down her crutches and sat down on the ground, threatening to yell at the managers in front of fans and reporters alike. And then he goes on to say, I wish not to further discuss this because we're trying to protect Hwayoung's image, and goes on even further to say, I would wish that Hwayoung should keep quiet. Okay, first of all, he's completely out of line for that, because who are you to tell Hwayoung that she should keep quiet? She's the one that's being victimized due to the whole bullying Twitter thing for the last couple of days. She's the one that's being victimized, and then on top of that, you get rid of her and kick her out of the group off some lame monkey balls excuse and saying the staff members is the reason why she got expelled from the group. So she's the one that's getting the short end of the stick. So how can you tell her that she should remain quiet? You have no right to do that. And then secondly, he says that he wished not to go into further detail because he's trying to protect Hwayoung's image. How are you protecting her image when just 5 minutes ago prior you were so-called exposing her dark side and saying that she's throwing temper tantrums? And then I even question that, because in the K-pop music industry, where everything that celebrities do is pretty much watched under a big, huge, giant microscopic lens, or through a magnifying glass, pretty much to say, if you have artists like, say, Crystal of FX, where if she shows any type of slight disposition, or may roll her eyes, or may show some type of unpleasant facial expression on her face on a variety show, if she gets bad media publicity because of something small, minute like that, how come we haven't heard of Hwayoung's temper tantrums backstage in Music Bank? How come we haven't heard about that? And he clearly said that she threw a temper tantrum, threatening to yell at the managers in front of fans and reporters. Fans would have posted something about this a long time ago, and then in front of reporters, they love media press, whether it's good or bad, so they automatically would have posted something about Hwayoung throwing her temper tantrum, and threatening to yell at the managers. I haven't heard anything about this. Have you? No, I don't think so. So to reveal all of this now, like I said, which is very hard, I find very, very, very hard to believe, when in the K-pop music industry, you can just pretty much get bad publicity. I mean, if they catch a K-pop artist digging snot out their nose, they're gonna publicize that, and people are gonna talk about that. So if we hear about something small, minute, something irrelevant like that, how come we haven't heard about Hwayoung throwing a temper tantrum in front of fans and reporters, and all this trouble behind Music Bank, which was the reason as to why Eunjung and Hwamin had to do the rapping portion, and why Hwamin messed up on the rapping part? Doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. CCM is a terrible company. Their CEO is an even worse manager. He pulled the crap that's going on now with T-Ara. He pulled the same shit with with Sia years ago, And he pulled that then, and Tia was one of my favorite female groups, and he's pulling the same crap now with T-Ara. So anytime he's done it, not once but twice, it really lets you know that it has nothing to do with the groups, but has something to do with the structure of the company and the CEO himself, Kim Kwangsoo. And anytime, if there was a problem between the girls, he never should have added another member to T-Ara in the first place. Everybody was fine with T-Ara being a 7-member girl group. He did not have to add an 8th and then eventually a 9th member on top of that. T-Ara were fine, just being 7 members that they were. Before that, there were 6. So nobody was complaining about T-Ara needing a new member. We were all complaining that you added another member. And nothing against Hwayoung. She made a perfect fit into T-Ara, and she was good. But realistically, no one expected him to add 2 members to the group because nobody was complaining about the group, and the group was fine as is. You should have saved Hwayoung for another debuting group. Could put her in Gang Kids or something like that. But she did not have to be a part of T-Ara. If that was the case, he never should have added her to T-Ara if he knew there was going to be some type of conflict or tension between the group members. So, now this is just my rant and my rant on this whole situation. T-Ara already are starting to face some bad publicity. Netizens already are demanding that KBS or SBS pull Eunjung from the We Get Married cast show. Already 600 and counting people have already asked for refunds for their ticket, had their tickets refunded to them to T-Ara's concert that they're going to promote later this year. 600 people have already asked refunds for their tickets and still counting. So already T-Ara are facing some bad publicity. I'm going to support both. I still love Hwayoung. I still love T-Ara. The only thing I wish nothing but the best for Hwayoung. I follow her on Twitter since she came to the group 2 years ago. Well, not even 2, but about a year ago when she joined the group. I've been supportive of her. I follow her on Twitter, so I'm still going to keep following her on Twitter to keep tabs up on her. And I wish the best for her, and I wish she does get picked up from another group. The only problem I have with that is that she would have to probably start training all over again. That's one of the things I hate about the K-pop music industry, that once you spend an ample amount of time training and you get into a group and say a situation like this occurs where you get disbanded from a group or you leave a group and you join another company, that new company has you to start a training routine all over again. And it's like, you spent your last 4 or 5 years as training. Why should you have to spend more? What more could you learn other than the choreography, for the dance moves for your new members, for the new group that you may join? So that's the only problem I kind of have with Hwayoung joining another company, is that they probably have to start her over again in training, which I think she's already done tons of training in the time she spent with CCM. So yeah, this is just my rant. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe. Peace.